Well, good morning, everyone. I'm having my coffee. Day doesn't begin until I have my coffee. Oh, my Lord. Well, I'm hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to that interview. What happened was, unfortunately, the girl that was doing the interview wanted to frame everything like a near-death experience and has no framework at all for a spiritual journey and trying to understand what a Kundalini awakening is and what it is to go beyond the transitory realm. So she's asking, stuff about, what's it going to be, the economy going to be, what's, are aliens controlling the world governments? Did you meet God? I mean, it's just like, so I keep trying to bring it back, to Kundalini and going through the levels and layers of consciousness and what, God is and what God's not, and keep trying to bring it, elevate it into something more. But she just had no frame of reference. So everything she was asking me to talk about in there, I'd have to come back and say, I have no frame of reference. You want me to project into the future, and I don't have you don't project in the future, you don't ruminate on the past. So I'm trying to talk about these things, but she's just, she's young, she's just not getting it. So we'll see what she pieces together. It was about, 45 minutes or an hour long asking me these questions. And then she's going to edit it. So I hope she's able to edit it into something that makes some sort of sense. Because, like I said, she's expecting it to be like a near-death experience and asking, what happens between lives, and do you have to incarnate again, and all of these things about transitory, and I'm wanting to talk about what it is to go through that dismantling into the divine is and realization and talk about that, but she wants everything framed in a transitory near-death experience type thing. It's just like, so again, we'll see what she pieces together. I guess it's supposed to be done either today or tomorrow. We'll see. But it just felt, like I said, very disjointed because, I keep trying to bring it back to a higher level, and she keeps asking these really mundane things of, so I don't know. Like I said, for me, it felt very disjointed. She could have asked about Kundalini. She could have asked about non-duality. She could have asked about realization. She could have asked about the process, after realization of coming into, again, more grounded state, but none of that. Absolutely none of that. Oh, my Lord. Anyway, like I said, I'm hoping for the best. I kept trying to put, deeper things out there about what a spiritual journey is versus an NDA, an NDE, sorry, an NDA. NDE. Now, in an NDE, you're going, on the other side in the transitory realms, okay? And you're meeting with other people, you're seeing the future sometimes, and that's what she's expecting me to talk about. But it's not that. It's 100% not that. So you get somebody trying to frame it in that sense, and you're trying to give something, other than that, about consciousness, and I'm trying to talk about consciousness And she wants to know about transitory realms. What happens between lives? Do you pick your parents? What is the, what's happening in the future, monetary things? Well, if we all become enlightened, what's going to be the monetary structure? Oh. Oh, my Lord. And I'm trying to, understand what she said. I have to ask her a number of times because, like I said, her English is not great. And then we did not have a real good connection. Everything sounded really muffled. So again, we'll see. But I kept trying my best to bring it around to something, But I don't know how much sense it will be. Because what happens with these interviews? She's there asking you questions and she's going to edit herself out. So she's giving you these questions that she wants you to go ahead and speak on. So she says, I'm going to give you the question, and then you repeat it, and then, put it out there. Like you're bringing this up. Well, I wasn't bringing those up. These were things that she wants me to bring up. Oh. And this is why I don't chase interviews. This is why I don't look to promote myself. I don't look for interviews, etc. Because you never know what they're going to do. If I've done interviews before, I've done, one provision, you cannot edit it. Okay? So if I've done interviews before, I've said 100% you cannot edit it. It has to be put up the way that it's done. Because you can edit something and make it look, 180 degrees away from what you're doing, what you're saying. So like I said, we'll see what happens with this. No. Oh, mercy. Anyway, I'm looking forward to being able to maybe go on the road for a little while. Now I have to be back here towards the end of April because the road trek is here and it has been sold and the person is coming to get it, but just waiting for the weather to get better in their area and then they will come pick up the road trek. We'll go off on new adventures. So I hope that they enjoy the adventures. It is a very nice vehicle. Okay. And everything has been done. It's been all sanitized. The tanks have been flushed, sanitized. It's got a full tank of gas. It's ready to roll, ready to go. And so, yeah, looking forward to that. And, I'm still contemplating getting a little Toyota IQ. If I can find one, close by. They do have one up in Colorado, but, I don't know. The reason I'm thinking about it is because, hybrids, if your battery goes out, either your big hybrid battery or your starter battery, the starter battery, like I said, I'm having a real difficult time finding it. Now, somebody did send a thing on how they did get a different battery and were able to change things to use that one. But the battery I'm getting has already been paid for, just waiting for it to come in. But like I said, if that would have been my only car, I would have been sitting here for months waiting and not having a vehicle. So I'm considering, getting the little IQ. So in case something happens that my car, I'm thinking about, I don't know, I might sell the Camry. The Camry's a great vehicle, but I always use the Prius V all the time. I've never had an issue with the Camry. Got it in 2012. Never been in the shop once. I do have to take it in the shop when I get the battery done because it's got the oil leak by the oil pan that I need to have some little, I don't know, some little thing put in there. I forget what they call it. And that's it. Never, ever, ever had an issue with that car. But I don't drive it very often because, I'm always taking the puppies in the Prius. It's easier to take the puppies in there. Okay. Now the Camry is a hybrid, so you can put the puppies in there and you can turn on climate control with that one as well. Any hybrid. You can run it and have climate control for your puppies, okay? So that's a benefit of the hybrids. You just take your key and you take out that thing and you lock it manually, and then nobody can go and manufacture a thing just to open the door. They can't do it when you lock it manually. I have to unlock it manually. Even my key thing, you can't open it once you've locked it manually. So anyway, that's what's going on with the car things. Although in a way, I kind of hate to get rid of the Camry because it is such a great vehicle. It's a great, great vehicle. It's a heavier vehicle than is the Prius V. You can feel the more substantiality of it versus the Prius V when you're driving it. It's a different driving experience for sure. But I'm kind of considering it is nice just to have one that, that's not a hybrid, but you get really good gas mileage. Like I said, for that, it's kind of the little IQ would be mainly for around here, or if I'm going by myself somewhere, the puppies are staying home, then I use that little get about, and in case something happens that the car is down, being serviced or being, having a repair or something, if I ever had that, I would have a vehicle that I could use. And they're just fun. Now, one thing I see a lot of for sale over here are the Fiats. Little used Fiats. Cuter than heck, but I just don't trust them. I think they would have a lot of issues. Fiats, and what's the other one, little one? I think it starts with an M. I can't think of it now. I do like really tiny cars as well. But again, both of those, I think, have more issues and things. Now, like I said, I did run into the lady, and she's got an IQ. It's the only one I've ever seen. And she said she loves it. She's had it 4 years. She wouldn't trade it for anything. Okay. Now, I could see that it could be a difficult thing to have if you have, more than one person. Although she said she's had 4 people in it before, But it's just not as convenient as having a larger vehicle where you can put a lot of things in. Now, I have enough room in that to go get groceries and do those kind of things. But I mean, if you're needing to carry something larger, it's not the vehicle to have. Just not. It's a little, the IQ, if you've never seen them, it's a little wider than the smart car, okay? It's a little larger than the smart car is, I would say. But when you look inside of it, it really does seem quite roomy for such a small vehicle. And she said when you're driving it, it doesn't feel like a small car. It just feels like a, you know. So again, now I've always been a kind of a Toyota person. Like I said, I used to sell Toyotas, okay? And I know they'll run forever if you get your oil changes regularly, okay? Now, I do the 10,000 mile oil thing, but I change it in 5,000 miles. I may even start changing it in 3,000 miles. Because that's the main thing with Toyotas is the regular oil changes, and they will run forever. Now, there is this master mechanic that deals with Toyotas, and he said he has the Toyota, he's having to rebuild the engine, and this guy was faithful in taking it in for his, 10,000 mile, 50,000 mile, all of the checks that you need to do. But the thing he did, he kept running the oil at the 10,000 mile thing that they recommend and say it's good for 5,000 miles, good for 10,000 miles. He did that, and now he's having to rebuild the engine. And the sole reason for that is not changing the oil frequently enough. So I went in with my Prius V and had the oil change. They go, you got another 5,000 miles. I said, no, trust me, I want to change it now. I'm going to change it early because a Toyota will run forever if you keep up the oil changes. And that's according to a master mechanic that works on these day and night. He knows Toyotas inside and out, the engines. So, yeah. Anyway, people ask where the puppies are. They're right next to me, but they're in snooze mode. Up. She said, I know you just talked about me. There she comes. She pops up. She said, are you talking about me? I just got smart little buggers. They know. They are so smart. Troublemaker. She says, I'm not a troublemaker. Now I did yesterday, I changed the Prius V. I'm changing the things in there again, okay? So now the back window, it's got these flowers kind of hanging. And the other thing that's coming in today is more ivy vines. So I'm taking down the, what was it I had up there, freesia on the side windows. I'm putting vines up there this time. So those are coming today. So I'm changing the inside of it again. I do change those on occasion. You know, the puppies get in there and they're like this, and so they wind up scratching them and things. So I do change them about every 3 months or so. New decorations inside. I still do have the one little alien looking inside the passenger window. Oh, mercy. But yeah, when you're outside, you look the back window, you can't see them at all from the outside. But I've got pink flowers in the back, and I've got all the other pink flowers and things in there as well. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know how well they're going to do because the puppies get in the back window and scratch sometimes, so some of them may come down right away. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Not a lot, just kind of sitting with things and, yeah. Thinking about taking off again pretty soon. I've been here for a while. It's time for another road trip soon. Before I go, I'm going to change the oil again. You know, that's the best thing you can do for those cars. Good oil and change it frequently. So that's coming up soon. So on that note, I'll leave that here and we'll see you online. I've got to take off here pretty soon. When the post office opens, I've got transfers I've got to send out today. They're packed up, ready to roll. I just got to take them down to the post office. Uh-oh, Mr. Mickey. What, Mickey Mick? He says, you know I'm the big security system. I have to go and do my bark security. It makes me feel special. She says, me too. I'm the whine part of the security system. Bark and whine. Or I should call bark and scream. She's a screamer. Yeah. I wish they were doing the opposite. I wish when I was in the car they were quiet, and when I leave the car they're on guard mode. No such luck. Oh my goodness. And I hope you're having a great day.